Greetings, customizers. Welcome to another episode at Talking Hands Customs. To all my subscribers, thank you very much. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a review episode. I'm reviewing some 3D printed products that I ordered. And after speaking to the owner, they were kind enough to, I asked their permission to review their products. They offered to send along a couple of free samples, and their version of a couple was a lot. So very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Let's start off with the website. It's called KB3DPrints.ca. That's Kilo Bravo 3dprints.ca. Currently shipped to Canada and the USA. And he offers a good selection of parts, which is always growing. And he does more than just the G.I. Joe franchise, so I highly recommend you check it out. His prices can be set in either Canadian or American dollars. And it's a very user-friendly website with each individual part coming in different colors and or with certain options to be pre-painted for you. Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. In fact, I had to tie my hands and sit on them so I wouldn't spend too much money on the website. Quite honestly, it's probably one of the more pleasurable experiences I've had ordering parts online anywhere. So without further ado, let's look into some of the parts that KB3DPrints has to offer. I've already put it on the helmet, but they do make clear visors for your vintage G.I. Joe helmets, and they're made out of an ABS-like resin. All of his parts are for strength. I still treat them with some care because I don't like to push my luck any more than I have to unless I'm customizing a fire bat, in which case you know I like to break it. The pegs there work just fine. There's actually a little bit of excess material. They're a little bit longer than they need to be, which I love. The reason why is that depending on the helmet and all the other conditions that may come into play, it's better to have a little bit longer pegs than not long enough. Especially when I'm trying to hunt these down as part of accessory packs or something like that. A lot of the times the pegs are broken. So not only are these sturdy, but they're a little bit longer than they may need to be. And I'm 100% for that because it gives you some freedom of movement. So a very lovely visor, and you can hit that up with the floor polish if you want to make it even nicer. The next set here is actually a set of bat accessories. So we all know how difficult it can be to find a bat complete with accessories, and these came painted in silver, and you've got the hand, the laser, and the blowtorch, and the claw. So all four accessories right off the bat. All of his prices are extremely reasonable. Like I said, I had to sit on my hands so I didn't buy all of his stock. These are designed to fit on the original bat. I tried them on a Black Major third-party bat, and these holes would have to be opened up a little bit, or the pegs sounded down a little bit. But these are indeed intended for the original bat, and they certainly fit the bill. The detail is fantastic. Nice gripping hand there. And again, like I said, the quality of all these prints is outstanding. Like I sat there for like 10 minutes looking at them, just blown away by them. So you're certainly getting high quality product when you shop with this person. The next product up is again something else that's very hard to find, especially without having to sell your house to get it, and that's a Slaughter's Marauder, or a Sergeant Slaughter Baton. As you can see here, it does come on the website as an offer to be pre-painted, or you can get it in just regular gray and make it any color you wish. But the quality is outstanding. It fits in all my Slaughter's hands, no problem. So you can get the Slaughter's Marauders, the Sergeant Slaughter Baton. I like painting Slaughter's Marauders vehicles, so I always end up saying that. Next up is one of the flashlights he has to offer, and it's the Outback flashlight. This one comes in gray. He offers a Night Force one in black, but you can paint them any color you want. And that's just fantastic. It's got the leg peg as well, and works like a charm. So high quality 3D prints. The next flashlight is the Tunnel Rat flashlight, and again, we know how hard those are to come by. It's usually the accessory most often missing from any mostly complete Tunnel Rat, but you can get these no problem. Next up is the Toll Booth Sledgehammer. Toll Booth is the driver for the G.I. Joe Toss and Cross, or the bridge layer as we all like to call it. And again, super high quality. You could put this in his hand right now, no paint, and you are off to the races. I think that's extremely, extremely nice. You can't go wrong. Like I said, I'm blown away by the quality of this stuff. So next up, let's talk about the packing and the way some of this other stuff that I ordered came in. So cardboard backed, as you can see, bubble wrapped, taped, for security. And in this case, they actually dug a trench out of the cardboard so the part sat securely in there and had zero chance of bending or warping or anything like that. And this is a set of tow ropes for the Mauler main battle tank. Also have sets of small antennas, and you're going to see these outside the wrap in a sec here. And even though they're not delicate by any stretch of the imagination, he did take the effort and wrap the smoke grenade dischargers as well in bubble wrap. So really, I mean, that just shows that they care. And I think that that is so nice that you get a product that's well designed, well produced, and taken care of by someone who's a fellow collector. They're certainly invested in what they do. And I think that would stand across the board for all the different franchise products that they offer on their website. We also have the sets of front and back Mauler mud flaps. So you can see where I'm going with this. I'm finishing up one of my Maulers and I'll be customizing another with these very parts. They're like the originals. They fit on nice and snug. Detailed as well. You can see there's that cross strip there with the rivet detail on it, and nice and smooth. I have zero issue with any of these parts, like zero. Sometimes when you get 3D printed parts, there might be a little bit of a misprint or what have you. That's kind of the nature of the beast, but in this case, absolutely zero concerns. I am absolutely blown away. In speaking to the owner of KB3DPrints as well, they were absolutely amazing to talk to. Very much into their craft, and they have pride in their work, as they should. It's the evidence lies in the product itself. So without further ado, I already put the parts on because I was so excited. But in putting the parts on the Mauler, they all fit snugly. There was no breakage, no issues. And I now have a complete Mauler, the first one I've ever owned. And with 2 sets of Mauler parts, I will be making a custom with these parts as well. The resin is very good and definitely easy to take paint. So I have no concerns. I thought they would be good, but these parts are amazing. So without further ado, here's the Mauler with all the bits on it. And all I can say is wow. The mud flaps slide on nice and snug. There's no issues of them just drooping and sliding off. The smoke grenade dischargers sit very nicely. They come on and off freely, and that's not to say that they're loose. They fit snugly, but they're not so tight that you're worried about cracking the plastic on the turret. If you're not an owner of a Mauler, if you've never had one or not familiar with it, the plastic is actually a little bit brittle on it. It's very, you can hear it creaking as I push on it. But these 3D printed parts interact with this plastic very well. The 2 antennas here, and I will pop these off to show you up close. Look at the quality of that. I mean, you're laughing. You're absolutely laughing. It's they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. The other shorter antenna here also has the stepped detail, almost like when we were showing you how to put the styrene in the styrene in the styrene for that telescope look. This has that already printed into it, and it looks glorious. Absolutely glorious. And of course, last but not least, the tow rope. It sits on there no problem. It's got plenty of space. It sits in the bracket extremely well, and as you can see, completes the Mauler just nicely. So there you have it. This is honestly blowing my mind. I don't know what else I can say about it. I mean, the mud flaps, all these parts, when you try and find them original, are exorbitantly expensive. In fact, if you tried to buy all the parts I just showed you on the secondary market, they would cost more than getting a Mauler shell in the first place. So, yeah, I mean, these are amazing. I am so happy with these parts. And once I get my custom Mauler up and running, which I'll be showing you on the channel, it's going to make a world of difference. You can customize a vehicle, and if the parts are hard to find, you could leave it incomplete. You can scratch build. But like I've said with 3D printed parts, they are the business. They work. And these are all priced extremely well. I bought a lot of parts from them to do 2 Maulers, and I was not walking away from the transaction feeling like I just blew a lot of money on this stuff. In fact, I had to sit on my hands so I didn't clear out his entire stock. But there it is. I mean, yeah, you can see it for yourself. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. I am so happy with these parts, and they work well. They work extremely well, and I will absolutely be ordering from them in the future. So there you have it. So in conclusion, again, 3D parts, they're a thing. They're available from this company in particular. I have zero regrets. I am beyond pleased. I can't wait to kit out all my tanks and figures with the parts that came from KB3DPrints. And certainly while scratch building is a skill you can use, it does take time. So if somebody does make a part like this, of this quality, for these outstanding prices, I mean, save yourself the time of trying to scratch build, and by all means augment with 3D printed parts. And really that's all I can say about that. So 110% do I recommend shopping with KB3DPrints.ca. Thanks again to the owner for the parts for review, and I will absolutely be doing business with you in the future. So to all my customizers, I hope your projects are going extremely well. And as always, in the meantime, be safe and have fun.